What mistake do most men make when attempting to be attractive to a woman? It's trying to be interesting. Yes, the problem is trying. Let me to clarify that. The biggest mistake most men make is to try to seem interesting around women. Why? You're trying, that's why. Women can detect it from a mile away. What does a man do when he likes a lady and secretly wants her to like him too? He tries to be intriguing to her, that much is true. He then attempts to make her laugh or be impressed. What follows then? At worst, she recognizes right away that he's trying to make her laugh or impress her. She recognizes him as manipulative and a try-hard right away, which makes her feel irritated or repulsed. On the other side, there are situations when the girl likes the guy as well. She is impressed by him when he tries to impress her. Or else he makes an effort to make her laugh, and she actually does. Every time a woman meets a man, she unconsciously questions herself. Is this man a possible mate for me? Of course, the majority of the men she encounters in her life will receive a no, as follows. The man can be too young or old for her. She might also find the man to be repulsive in some way. Alternatively, she might believe that the man is too good for her. Or perhaps she merely likes the guy as a friend, as it seems to be the case most of the time. I guess you get the picture. Now consider it. What goes through a woman's head when you really impress her? What she thinks is that you are too good for her. So she immediately answers, nope, when she asks herself if she could see herself as your lover. What passes through her head if you make her laugh a lot? That's what will make her like you as a friend. Additionally, she will say, nah, I like him better as a friend, when she asks herself if you could be a possible lover. Do you now see why it's actually a bad idea to try to be intriguing to a girl? This raises the following query. What is the best way to get a woman to see you as a prospective lover rather than a friend? How to make a woman love you, then? Here is the solution. You need to confuse her. Indeed, I'm not even joking. It is not sufficient for you to win a woman's approval if you want to be really intriguing to her. Instead, you have to convince her that you may be her future partner. The quickest way to accomplish it is to confuse her. Why, you inquire? You can affect women's decisions if you are aware of how they think. And part of that entails inducing in her specific emotions such as connection, affection, and passion. Think about when you're talking to a woman you're secretly into. You drop something into the conversation in the middle that completely baffles her. For instance, let's say you first meet your attractive coworker at the water cooler. You say, "Hey, how are things going?" She then asks, "How are you?" Then you say something like, "I'm fortunate to be alive." She'll pause after hearing anything like that and ask, "Wait, what do you mean?" You proceed to explain yourself after that. You can then say, "I partied a little too much this past weekend," if you previously indicated that you were fortunate to still be alive. You get a brief period of her undivided attention by perplexing her. Instead of putting up her typical defenses, she lets them down as she attempts to understand them. And that's when you really start to affect her emotionally. And certainly, that is sufficient for her to view you as a potential lover. She might not have laughed and she isn't particularly impressed. She is, nonetheless, utterly intrigued and perplexed. That is crucial. Her interest in your conversations will rise as you have more and more conversations. The interest of a woman is like a bonfire. If you add too much firewood at once, your campground could be destroyed. You must softly brush it and add a small amount at a time. Don't be dependable to her all the time. There is no suspense or mystery if you know what someone is going to do next. And because you already know what's going to happen next, you won't be interested in them or their activities. This also holds true when dating. The female you like will think you are uninteresting if you act in a predictable manner with her. So make an effort to introduce some mystery to liven up the situation. Make her ponder even if there is no suspense to develop. You only need to say that to hook her.